It is time to come out of this state of illusion, this loop of time. Most know it as the Gregorian calendar. It is time to come off of that timeline. The Gregorian calendar is an illusion. It's not a state of reality. And it was only put in place by the colonizer to cause us to fall. It was only put in place for land and resources. So now we've reached a time where the illusion is over. So trying to exist on that timeline it's devastation. It's a trap. It's a trap in what we call a state of hell or your lowest self. So let's be clear. The Gregorian calendar, the months, the days of the week, they are not in alignment with the universe or what we know or call God. The key is to come off of this Gregorian calendar and to come back onto a lunar calendar. Lunar meaning you tell time not by the false objects such as the clock on the wall or the 12-month calendar or the 30-day months, but instead you tell time by the sun cycle, by the moon cycle, by the stars, and even the zodiac calendar. It will put you back in a state of reality. It will put you on divine timing or God's time. How to save yourself. How to save yourself from a state of hell, because it is not an imaginary place that is above or beneath the earth, but heaven or hell is within you. Either you're in a state of heaven or a state of hell. And the whole point of me doing this video is for those who happen to be in a state of hell. How do you know if you're in a state of hell? If you're not happy with yourself, if you're not happy with your surroundings, when you look around, what do you see in your life? If you're not content with it, chances are you are existing in a state of hell. So the key is to get off of that timeline. When aligned with the divine, that's your protection. That's your strength. Things that are mandatory right now in this day and time is one, to be on divine time and to be in alignment and in sync with the divine and with the Most High. Two, a lot of us need to raise our frequency. Raising your frequency is really just going into a state of heaven. Low frequency means a state of hell. High frequency means a state of heaven. So with raising the frequency, most of the time that comes with, and this is why we're not taught about our electrical self, which is our cells, our neurons, our pineal gland, right? These are the universal or the God part of us. Most of the time, to raise your frequency, what's needed is to feed your cells. A lot of us are in a state of hell because we're on a low frequency diet. We were designed, we are electrical beings, and the electrical side of us is our cells. So if your cells are lacking, if you're not eating to feed your cells, chances are you're in a state of hell or death. If you're not on an alkaline or electrical diet, your energy, it dies out. And then most people on top of that, they have a diet, a death diet, I call it. a diet where only things of death are consumed. There's no life, such as dead flesh, seafood, pork, very unclean things, alcohol, drugs. These things will put your temple into a state of death. So when you combine that with never consuming foods with life in it, such as raw greens, your dark purple raw fruits and vegetables, right? When you're never consuming those things which have enzymes, raw fruits, raw vegetables, your body needs enzymes to push and move everything and to cleanse and detox. So if you're never consuming raw fruits and vegetables, you're always consuming things of death, you're putting your temple into a state of death. We are electrical beings. Naturally, normally, we are electrical beings. So if you don't have an electrical diet, or what they call an alkaline diet, then you're in a state of death. Let's talk about the spirit, because I see a lot of people being anchored into the old earth or into the past or a state of hell because of spiritual issues that are not being dealt with. One is childhood wounds. Like, you must heal. You must heal. So many of us, especially Americans, have childhood wounds that we're not working on and that we're not healing. We're sitting in it. That anchors you into hell. Most of the time, it closes your heart space. Let's talk about that. A lot of people, heart chakra or their heart space is not open. That's basically being in a state of death, because you have to operate from the heart space. So, healing, people. Healing is very important. Your heart must be free and open. Here's another one. And this one is big, especially in certain cities like Atlanta. Something else that will anchor your spirit into your lower self or a state of hell is STDs. And I'm not talking sexually transmitted diseases. Most of them you can get rid of. If you know your medicine, all of them you can get rid of, to be honest. Right? I'm talking about sexually transmitted demons. Be careful out here in these streets, people. Most people, a lot of people are unintentionally doing this, but some people, that's their only purpose. They move spirits. They move demons through intimacy. Let's be intentional with our dating. DNA, body fluids, etc. is spiritual also. So the moral, you hear that? Set your spirit free. The moral of this story is raise your frequency and get back on divine timing. Till next time.